you'd make the drapes flutter and people would know that there was something going on in shakes that they shouldn't know about. So we had little mechanical rules that we had to follow here in the theater. Even back 37 years ago, there were rules about occupancy, and that's what this dipping thing was going on out in the lobby. They were fireproofing all of these, well, it must have been dozens of goldenrod, orange, green, and burlap drapes, so that it would make it safe and follow the rules there. And I'd like to emphasize that this burlap was scratchy, it was messy, it was...
Made you sneeze a lot.
Yeah, it was not pleasant, but it was something that had to be done, and it was pretty distinctive for Lakewood players to have these colorful drapes here. Well, anyway, it got done. They dried and then they were all hung up, and so the building is now ready, and we're ready to open up Taming of the Shrew as modernized by Les Hood. Shakespeare is generally done with a cast of thousands or at least dozens. How about 7? The part that I played was actually in the script was called Grumio. He was a combination of about 6 or 7 of the lowbrow characters. Helen Hauge-Zenker played a wonderful Kate the Shrew. Bob Reynolds played another combination character who was given the name of Alfonso, played it to the hilt. And that grand old man of Lakewood players, even at that time, Carlin Aiden, played the much put upon Father Baptista. Our Petruchio was Bill Cowan, who was stationed at McCord. Bill was not with us for a full week of rehearsal prior to the opening. He got one of those pesky military duty calls, and he spent the week in Japan. But he did make it home in time for opening night to come down with the flu. A couple of other actors of the play were a military couple, married, husband and wife, Dick and Betty Conley. I don't think that Bill ever did another show here, probably transferred on, but the Conleys were in other productions here for a couple of years. Well, the set was simple, the lights were bright, the reviews were good, and it was the beginning of a long run for us Lakewood players. I happen to have some personal memorabilia from the time. I have here an article in the Lakewood Log written by the director, Les Hood. And I'm going to read some of this just for the historical facts. Shakespeare comes to Lakewood Friday, November 19th through December 4th as one of the Bard's most hilarious comedies, The Taming of the Shrew, is presented by the Lakewood Players in their new theater building at Villa Plaza East. I guess they had to identify it that much. An able group of players who are both new and old-timers to Lakewood Players are participating in the Shrew. Helen Hauge hath heads to cast as the wicked Shrew Kate. She plays the role with vivacious and tempestuous humor that would test the skill of the most accomplished actress. Moving on down. Carlin Aiden is the straightest and most bargaining actor in the show. He plays the part of Baptista, father of Kate and Bianca, who works gainful deals for his daughters in marriage. And here's a paragraph that I like. Raleigh Epsall plays the spicy, low-comedy character Rubio, an old friend of Petruchio, a stringer of tall tales, a man among men, and disbeliever in temperance. Raleigh cries, prays, laughs, and sings. And then rehearsal rough tears of laughter from his fellow actors. I tried to stay away from singing. I guess I could understand if I did why they cried and sang. I think we're going to hear some more about the musical intervention information here in a bit. Well, in the Tacoma News Tribune, we were still at the Tacoma paper. It was Shakespeare's go-go in Lakewood Wednesday night, with the bard's most notorious spoiled female brat tamed into loving compliance by the combined efforts of an inspired cast, a daring director, and a spanking new theater. The Lakewood Players, performing for a preview audience, presented Leslie J. Wood's modern fast-paced adaptation of The Taming of the Shrew. And from the opening moments when two gorgeous young go-go dancers and the guitar-strumming teenager troubadour appeared in the round, the audience knew it was due for a rare treat. Let's see. In this reviewer's opinion, the exchanges between hero Petruchio and his shrew Catherine provided the high point of the evening. William Cowan and Helen Haughey seemed born to the roles. Get this. As Grumio, the clownish groom of Petruchio, Raleigh Upsall proved his mastery of comic skills and displayed a fine sense of timing. No mention of singing. Throwing himself completely into the character of Baptista, the frustrated father of the brides, Carlin Aiden demonstrated the polish and timing born of long years in theater work. Very good. The first of 7 public performances in the new theater at 101 Bradley Lake Drive Southwest, Villa Plaza East, between Lakewood General Hospital and the Villa Plaza, will be given at 8:30 p.m. on Friday. The modern building, making use of the newest ideas in theatrical design, is owned by the Lakewood Arts Foundation. Well, we really scored a coup, I guess, with the opening of the building. We got a reviewer down from the Seattle Post-Intelligencer. Rolf Stromberg was his name, and he was the prime reviewer for the Seattle theater scene at the time. And he came down for our opening. He heads his review, Shrew, tamed delightfully. They dare to be different in Tacoma, and the results are not only entertaining, but delightful. The Lakewood Players opening their attractive new theater in Villa Plaza demonstrated Saturday night what a little originality, some creative imagination can do for a community playhouse. Maybe the quality of the performance wasn't professional, but it was competent indeed on the amateur level. Lakewood took Les Hood's adaptation of Shakespeare's Taming of the Shrew, placed the scene in Tacoma, localized some of the references, added some neat touches, and played it for sheer enjoyment before a near-capacity crowd in the 206-seat, $37,500 theater. It was bright and fresh, almost impertinent, but the novelty existed not for its own sake, but only to enhance the play. There were clever little bits. The scene shifters, 2 lovely young girls, did their work with the simplified furniture throughout and some graceful dance steps. And before the final scene offered a highly pleasant divertissement. In addition, Hood, who directed, used Larry Hyman as a serenading troubadour with guitar, strumming between the scenes, and after the intermission, singing a synopsis of what had happened. Very effective. This is just a brief description of how Hood and the others approached their task. It was done in good taste, light humor, and fine style, taking full advantage of limited resources and turning them into assets. Would other theaters could be so imaginative? Well, let's see. be critical, the biggest handicap Lakewood endures is the inability of the actors just to stand or to handle their eyes and hands, and at times they grossly misread lines. That's not true, of course, for Hayden or for Robert Reynolds, the inane Alfonso. They were excellent. Helen Huggy made a tempestuous and likable Catherine. Ah, Raleigh Epsol was a suitably doltish Rubio. And Cowan had some appropriate opinions. Yeah, that's over you. Well, my first work in Lakewood was actually in the basement of the Lakewood Terrace, and that's a gold vinyl material for another evening here at the theater. There weren't very many of us involved at that time in the theater who didn't have a Lakewood redress or a membership in the country club, but things opened up a lot more over the years and it became truly a community theater. I never did a show with the players when they were housed in the mortuary, but in spite of that, Lakewood players survived. Amazing. Over the years, things have changed. The flower children who were here and the occasional strange perfume that was in the air, the Fort Stelligan College years, and then the series of the My Way groupies who came, fortunately, are gone. Like a theatrical, dramatic flush. Whisks out whatever was there and brings in a whole new cast of characters. Some names I do recall, some I can't recall, and some I don't even choose to try to recall. But obviously we have survived them all. It makes one wonder if Festus or some resident local theater ghost is looking out for this place. But I believe that it's a tribute to those who have kept their fingers on the pulse of this place and with a wonderful concept that started it all. This space has seen some of the best and worst in theater has to offer. We all know you don't have to go to London or New York or even, heaven forbid, Seattle to see good theater. Good theater can happen anywhere. Good theater has happened right here. I've had moments in this space of unbelievably, outrageously funny, bizarre moments on stage, and I've held my breath at unbelievably beautiful, painful, emotional moments. You're holding on to my breath for fear that if I let it go, I'd spoil the moment for myself or maybe either for others around me. And of course, there have also been moments that I just wanted to barf. Those times when you say to yourself, now I could have made that work. I know that this occasion is meant as a historical aspect to the significance of the Lakewood Arts Foundation and the Lakewood Players, but I'd like to add a tribute and a thanks on behalf of all of us who had the opportunity to do our thing here, to those who had the concept, the vision, the tenacity, and the bucks to put it here and to, over all of these many seasons, see to it that it has survived. To Donna, Bill, Jim, Natalie, Sam, and to Mary Jane, who was not here, I'd like to say, good show. And to the rest of us, come on, let's break some more legs.